everyone, and thanks very much for tuning in to Smash Factor TV. My name's Natalie Adams. Today we're going to have a look at helping you sequence better to get to the top of the backswing, and if you sequence your movement better, getting to the top of the backswing, you should be able to sequence better as you swing back down. Okay, so three things that we need to consider here. Number one is the club head. Then number two is going to be the handle and your hands, and number three is going to be your core. Now what we want to do, each of those items, the club head, the handle in your hands and your core, each of those rotate. Okay, so that just means that they're turning, and if you're a right-handed golfer, they're turning to the right on your backswing. Now what we want to look at here, a lot of people will start the swing by moving the club head a lot around the arc that it's starting on. The handle will rotate, but it hasn't really rotated around the arc that it's moving on, and the core hasn't rotated at all. So that's got the first thing in the sequence of rotation being the club head. Then that'll be followed by the handle and the hands, and then you'll follow it with your core, and that's the wrong sequence. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to learn how to start with the core turning, and then because the core rotates and the arms are attached to the core, the handle and the hands then follow, and then because the club head is attached to the handle via the shaft, the club head will follow. So it's really important that when you're sequencing, you start the swing with your core. So what I want you to work on here is, I want you to turn your belly button to the right if you're a right-handed golfer. So start to rotate your belly button round. Okay, and then that's going to start to pull the handle, and I want you to feel like the club head is glued to the floor. So you're definitely turning your belly button to the right. That's because you're turning to the right, your arms have to start to move as your shoulders rotate round, and then the last thing to move is going to be that club head. Now that'll really help you if you're someone who moves the club head first, because you'll be used to the club head moving first in that sequence. So that once more, we're going to turn the belly button to the right. As you turn the belly button to the right, you can then move the handle to the right around you, and then the club head starts to move around you. It's a really good way to start the swing. So try to almost feel like the club head's glued to the floor, and that you're starting to rotate to the right before that club head moves. But the correct sequence should be that your core rotates, then we're going to get the handle and the hands moving as they rotate, and then we're going to get the club head following that. That's the correct sequence to move in. It should really help you sequence better on the downswing, which will help you deliver the club head to the ball at the correct time. Have a go working on that when you're on the range and when you're out on the course, but it really will help you strike a lot better. You'll get a lot more power out of your shots, and you should find that your accuracy improves with that as well. It's a game-changing golf tip.